What's up, everyone? This is Andrew from MotorRake, and today we're doing something different. We're not just listing SUVs, we're talking about the vehicles that could genuinely change your daily life for the next 5 to 10 years. These are Edmunds' most recommended SUVs for 2025, and I'm telling you right now, this list is going to surprise you. Before we dive in, let me explain why Edmunds matters. In a world where every website reviews everything from blenders to BMWs, Edmunds does one thing and one thing only: cars. They've been doing it for decades. Their team doesn't just drive these vehicles for a day and call it good. They live with them. They test them in traffic jams, on road trips, in parking lots at 2 in the morning. When Edmunds says a vehicle is worth your money, they've done the homework that most of us simply don't have time for. And hey, if you're getting value from this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I know everyone asks, but here's the truth. Those clicks tell me you want more of this real talk, no fluff car content. Plus, it helps me keep making these videos instead of, getting a real job. Alright, let's get into it. Number 1 on our list, and this might shock you, is the 2025 Mazda CX-50. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, Andrew, the Mazda? That's your top pick? And yes, absolutely, yes. Here's why this matters. The CX-50 is the anti-SUV SUV. While everyone else in this segment is trying to build rolling living rooms, Mazda said, what if we made something that's actually fun to drive? And they delivered. For 2025, Mazda introduced a hybrid powertrain, and this isn't some half-hearted attempt at electrification. This is a properly engineered system that combines a 2.5-litre 4-cylinder engine with electric motors to produce 219 horsepower. But here's the kicker: 38 miles per gallon combined. Let me say that again slower. 38 miles per gallon in an SUV that can actually move when you need it to. Think about what gas costs right now. Think about your weekly fill-ups. The CX-50 hybrid could cut your fuel costs almost in half compared to most competitors. That's not just savings, that's thousands of dollars back in your pocket over the life of the vehicle. But fuel economy is just the opening act. The real story with the CX-50 is how it drives. Most SUVs in this class feel like you're piloting a couch through molasses. Everything is soft, disconnected, numb. The CX-50 is the complete opposite. The steering has actual weight and feedback. The suspension is tuned to communicate what the road is doing without beating you up. Every control feels precisely calibrated. This is an SUV that makes you want to take the long way home, and I cannot remember the last time I said that about a compact crossover. I've driven this thing on tight city streets where it feels nimble and responsive. I've taken it on winding back roads where it genuinely puts a smile on your face. And here's what really matters. It does all this while being completely practical for daily life. The interior is what I'd call premium minimalism. Mazda has been climbing up market, and it shows. The materials feel expensive. The design is clean and sophisticated. There's real leather, real stitching, real attention to detail. It's not trying to look like a luxury car. It just is one, without the luxury price tag. Space is surprisingly generous. 5 adults fit comfortably without playing knees-to-chest Tetris. The cargo area swallows groceries, suitcases, sports equipment, whatever you need. And the tech? Blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Everything you actually need without overwhelming you with features you'll never use. Here's my bottom line on the CX-50. If you want an SUV that doesn't make you choose between efficiency, driving enjoyment, and premium quality, this is it. It's proof that practical doesn't have to mean boring. And in a segment full of appliances on wheels, the CX-50 is a genuine driver's vehicle that happens to be practical. That's why it's number 1. Moving to number 2, and this is where things get really interesting. We're talking about the 2025 Kia Sorento. Now, I know some of you just rolled your eyes. Kia, really? And that reaction is exactly why we need to talk about this. Because if you still think of Kia as a budget brand making forgettable cars, you're living in 2005. Welcome to 2025, where Kia is beating established players at their own game. Edmunds crowned the Sorento as the gold medal winner in the compact 3-row SUV category. It beat the Hyundai Santa Fe, the Mitsubishi Outlander, and a bunch of others that have been doing this for decades. And after researching what Kia has built here, I get it completely. Let's start with versatility, because the Sorento gives you options. The base engine is a 2.5-litre four-cylinder, making 191 horsepower. Perfectly adequate for daily driving, school runs, getting groceries. But if you want more, and let's be honest, who doesn't want more? There's a turbocharged version cranking out 281 horsepower. That's not just adequate, that's legitimately quick. We're talking confident highway merging, easy passing, and real towing capability. And here's where Kia really shows they understand modern buyers. They offer a plug-in hybrid variant. This thing makes 261 horsepower and gives you 32 miles of all-electric range. Now, before you dismiss 32 miles as nothing, think about your actual daily driving. How far is your commute? The grocery store? The gym? For most people, 32 miles covers the majority of daily driving, which means you could go days or even weeks between gas station visits. That's a game changer. All Sorento models get an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, and this thing is smooth. Shifts are quick, refined, barely noticeable. If you get the all-wheel drive system, which you absolutely should if you see any winter weather, you get even more confidence in challenging conditions. Now let's talk about comfort, because this is where the Sorento really earns its reputation. The cabin is beautifully quiet. Kia has done serious work on sound insulation, and it shows. Highway drives feel serene. You can have conversations without raising your voice. Your music actually sounds good without cranking the volume. The seats are genuinely comfortable, supportive without being too firm, cushioned without being too soft. Higher trims get second-row captain's chairs, which not only look more premium but make third-row access way easier. And yes, there's a third row that actual humans can use, not just small children. Real adults can sit back there for real distances without plotting revenge. That's rare in this segment. Interior quality is where Kia has made the biggest leap. The materials throughout the cabin feel premium, rivaling vehicles that cost significantly more. The dashboard design is modern and logical. The digital displays are crisp and easy to read. Everything fits together perfectly with no squeaks or rattles. This feels like a vehicle that costs $10,000 more than it actually does. Technology and safety features are comprehensive. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert. The infotainment system is excellent with a large touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and an available premium sound system that actually justifies the word premium. The Sorento proves that Korean automakers aren't just competing anymore. They're often leading. This is a vehicle that offers genuine luxury at a mainstream price, and that value proposition is hard to beat. Number 3 brings us to the 2025 Honda Passport, and this one genuinely surprised me. The mid-size SUV segment is brutally competitive. You've got the Toyota Grand Highlander, the Ford Explorer, even the legendary Toyota Land Cruiser reimagined as a mid-size offering. So when Edmunds put the Passport at the top of this category, I was skeptical. Was this bias? A mistake? But after diving deep into what Honda has accomplished, I had to admit this SUV might be one of the most well-rounded vehicles in its entire segment. Edmunds gave it high marks across the board for performance, comfort, interior quality, and value. And these aren't arbitrary ratings. They're based on extensive real-world testing. Performance is where the Passport shines. Under the hood is Honda's bulletproof 3.5-litre V6 making 280 horsepower. This engine is a workhorse. It delivers smooth, reliable power for any situation. Highway merging? Easy. Passing on 2-lane roads? No problem. Accelerating from stoplights? The Passport moves with authority. That V6 pairs with an excellent 10-speed automatic transmission. This is one of the smoothest transmissions in the class. Shifts are barely noticeable under normal driving, and the transmission is smart enough to anticipate what you need. It holds lower gears for engine braking downhill. It downshifts quickly for passing power. No hesitation, no harshness, just seamless operation. Here's something that sets the Passport apart. All-wheel drive is standard, not optional, not reserved for higher trims, standard on every single Passport. That's huge value, especially if you deal with challenging weather or like venturing off pavement occasionally. And speaking of off-road capability, Honda has given the Passport a suspension that provides a rare combination of on-road comfort and off-road competence. It's not a hardcore rock crawler, but it handles rough trails, dirt roads, and moderate off-road situations with confidence. Plus, it can tow up to 5,000 pounds. That's boat, camper, or trailer territory. For active families who haul recreational gear, that capacity is genuinely useful. Inside, the Passport delivers an impressive passenger experience. The cabin is spacious with generous headroom and legroom in both rows. Unlike competitors that feel cramped, the Passport's cabin feels open and airy. Materials are high quality with soft touch surfaces where your hands naturally rest. The seats are plush and ergonomic, designed for long-distance comfort. Available features include heated and ventilated front seats and tri-zone automatic climate control. The seating position gives you excellent visibility without feeling too high. The dashboard layout is clean and intuitive with physical buttons for frequently used functions, which means you're not diving through touchscreen menus while driving. Technology and safety are comprehensive. Honda Sensing comes standard with adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and collision mitigation braking. The infotainment system features a responsive touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and the available premium audio system sounds genuinely impressive. What seals the deal with the Passport is balance. It doesn't try to be the sportiest, most luxurious, or most rugged. It does everything well. It's comfortable for daily commuting, capable for weekend adventures, spacious for families, and refined enough to feel special. That well-rounded excellence is exactly why Edmunds ranked it as the top mid-size SUV. Now, number 4 is a vehicle that needs special attention because it represents something important in the automotive landscape. We're talking about the 2025 Toyota RAV4. And before anyone says boring Toyota, let me stop you right there. The RAV4 has been America's best-selling SUV for years, and there are very good reasons for that. The RAV4 isn't trying to be exciting. It's trying to be excellent, and there's a massive difference. This is a vehicle built on Toyota's legendary reliability, backed by decades of engineering refinement, and designed to serve you faithfully for 200,000 miles or more. That's not marketing hype, that's proven reality. For 2025, the RAV4 continues offering multiple powertrain options to fit different needs. The base engine is a 2.5-litre four-cylinder, making 203 horsepower. It's smooth, efficient, and more than adequate for daily driving. But where Toyota really shines is in their hybrid options. The RAV4 Hybrid combines that same four-cylinder engine with electric motors to produce 219 horsepower and an EPA estimated 41 miles per gallon combined. Let that sink in. 41 miles per gallon in a spacious all-wheel drive SUV. That's exceptional efficiency that translates to real savings at the pump. But Toyota doesn't stop there. They also offer the RAV4 Prime, which is a plug-in hybrid delivering 302 horsepower and 42 miles of all-electric range. This thing is legitimately quick. We're talking 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds, which is sports car territory. And you can do most daily driving on electric power alone, using zero gasoline. All RAV4 models come with Toyota's reputation for bulletproof reliability. These vehicles run forever with minimal maintenance. While other brands might offer more exciting features or flashier interiors, the RAV4 just works, day after day, year after year. That peace of mind has genuine value. The interior is what I'd call thoughtfully practical. Toyota doesn't waste money on flashy materials or gimmicky features. Instead, they focus on durability, functionality, and intuitive design. Everything is logically placed. Controls are easy to understand. The cabin layout makes sense immediately, without requiring you to read a manual. Space is generous with comfortable seating for 5 adults and a cargo area that easily swallows everything from weekly groceries to camping gear. The seats are supportive and comfortable for long drives. Visibility is excellent with large windows providing clear sight lines in all directions. Technology includes Toyota Safety Sense, which comes standard with features like pre-collision warning, lane departure alert, automatic high beams, and dynamic radar cruise control. The infotainment system features a responsive touchscreen with standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration. What makes the RAV4 special isn't any single standout feature. It's the complete package of reliability, efficiency, practicality, and value. This is a vehicle you can buy with confidence, knowing it will serve you faithfully for years without drama or expensive repairs. And in today's world, where vehicles are increasingly complex and potentially problematic, that reliability is worth its weight in gold. The RAV4 might not make your heart race, but it will get you where you need to go every single time without fail. For many buyers, that's exactly what matters most. Finally, we've reached number 5, and this one requires no explanation if you've been following the SUV market. We're talking about the 2025 Kia Telluride. This is the SUV that changed everything when it launched, winning awards, earning rave reviews, and making buyers seriously consider a Kia instead of a Honda or Toyota. That's not just impressive, that's revolutionary. The Telluride takes comfort to another level. The cabin offers 3 rows of seating and none of them feel like an afterthought. The third row isn't some cramped penalty box. It's actually usable by real adults for real distances. Legroom is generous across all 3 rows. Headroom is plentiful. The seats are supremely comfortable with excellent cushioning and support. Available features like heated and ventilated seats, heated second-row seats, and a heated steering wheel mean everyone is comfortable regardless of weather. The entire cabin environment is designed to cocoon passengers in luxury. Interior quality is where Kia really flexes. Base materials are already impressive, but higher trims with Napa leather and real wood trim become genuinely comparable to luxury SUVs costing $20,000 to $30,000 more. We're talking Acura MDX territory, maybe even Audi Q7 territory. That's insane value. Kia has refined the suspension for 2025, resulting in an even smoother, more composed ride. The Telluride absorbs road imperfections beautifully. It doesn't float or wallow, but provides controlled comfort that doesn't beat up passengers on long trips. Under the hood, the Telluride retains Kia's proven 3.8-litre V6, making 291 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. This is more than adequate to move the Telluride's mass with confidence. Acceleration is brisk, highway passing is effortless, and you've got reserve power so the engine never feels stressed. The V6 pairs with an 8-speed automatic that shifts smoothly and intelligently. The Telluride can tow up to 5,500 pounds when properly equipped, matching or exceeding most competitors. Whether hauling a travel trailer or towing a boat, the Telluride handles it without breaking a sweat. Kia offers an improved all-wheel drive system with selectable drive modes: snow mode for winter weather, mud mode for trails, sand mode for beach driving. These modes genuinely adjust throttle response, shift points, and power distribution to optimize performance. While not replacing a dedicated off-roader, it handles dirt roads and moderate off-road situations impressively. Technology and safety are comprehensive. Standard equipment includes forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, and driver attention monitoring. Higher trims add blind spot collision avoidance, rear cross traffic avoidance, and a surround view camera system. The infotainment system is excellent with a large, responsive touchscreen. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard on most trims, and the available Harman Kardon audio system delivers concert-quality sound. Multiple USB ports, wireless charging, and abundant tech features keep everyone entertained on long trips. What really sets the Telluride apart is how it makes you feel. It doesn't feel like a compromise. It feels like a premium product that happens to cost thousands less than comparable luxury vehicles. The driving experience is refined, the cabin is quiet, materials are top-notch, and overall execution is excellent. The Telluride represents incredible value, offering luxury-level comfort, quality, and features at a mainstream price. It's spacious for large families, comfortable for road trips, capable for adventures, and refined for daily driving without compromises. So there you have it, 5 incredible SUVs for 2025, each bringing something special. The Mazda CX-50 for driving dynamics and efficiency, the Kia Sorento for versatility and value, the Honda Passport for well-rounded excellence, the Toyota RAV4 for legendary reliability, and the Kia Telluride for luxury at a fraction of the price. Any of these would be an excellent choice depending on your needs, budget, and priorities. If you made it to the end, thank you for sticking with me. Hit that like button, share this with anyone shopping for an SUV, and subscribe for more Real Talk car content. Until next time, drive safely and remember, the best vehicle is the one that fits your life, not the one marketing tells you to buy. See you in the next one.